Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we have our second Cloverfield war. I'm going to go through my 6 war hits with you all, but first, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my future videos, and in this first video, I'm going 3 purples and 2 yellows against this Grimsteel tank team with 2 Lemon Woods. I had a lot of trouble with Grimsteel in the last Cloverfield war. If he goes off twice, it does not bode well for the rest of the battle with that attack up and defense up that he gives his entire team. So I really want to get Von Rothbart going if we can to either use that on Grimsteel or get that on Darkfeather and get that to spread. Eventually it'll get to the Lemon Woods. Right now I'm just trying to tile dump because I didn't get a lot of purple and yellows set up. But we are looking in okay shape right here. We're gonna match the 3 purples in the middle, I believe, to try to get a cascade with the yellows. Didn't come that time, but that's okay. We're still looking okay at this point right now. I also need to get the dodge from those 2 Lemon Woods gone. So this is gonna help set up our purple specials. And a super annoying thing about the goblins is when they cast blind every single time they cast their special with their passive. So we've got Darkfeather activated. Right now I'm deciding if I wanted to use Von Rothbart on Lemonwood or on Darkfeather. But with the amount of mana that I'm going to have with my heroes, I'm going to take a chance. Gonna hit it with Darkfeather first. Gonna end up missing, of course. Unfortunately, now we're going to use Hell. And we're going to get lucky here. And Lemonwood's only going to go off once onto Hell because of where her mana was. And we're going to get a nice cascade here. Get my yellows activated. Very nice. Or at least one of them. Other Lemonwood. Reduce Shawl's mana. I really want to get rid of Grimsteel if we can. Again, I don't want to deal with the growth that he's going to give all of his allies with the attack up and defense up. Going to get some nice healing between Darkfeather and Shawl's attack. That's going to happen right now. Also, not getting a lot of these lucky 2-time specials, but that tile damage was enough to get rid of Grimsteel, so definitely happy now. And we did get 1 lucky. Very nice. And I used Von Rothbart's special on Darkfeather, obviously, because Lemonwood was almost dead already anyway, and that silence is going to spread to Lemonwood on the next turn anyway, and eventually they'll both be dead. So I'm just tile dumping on that left side the rest of this battle, since neither one of them can use their specials. That 1400 damage that is going to happen after 4 turns from Von Rothbart's special is basically going to take the 2 of them out of the match. Alright, got rid of Darkfeather and Lemonwood. This should be it for Garden. Very nice. Got our first win in this Cloverfield war. On to match number 2. And here I've got 3 blues and 2 reds. And I've got Lord Loki and Damon as counters for Bernadette that I'm going against. She's not going to be the tank. But we've got Nautica at tank, so if Nautica gets going, then obviously Nautica is going to increase the mana for Bernadette. So really need to get the reds or blues going before Bernadette goes off, because I do not want to deal with that painting shenanigan, as we are about to get our 9 blue tiles, so that Lord Loki can go off. Very nice. And we got our reds on a cascade. So I've got all 5 specials, actually 4 specials right now. Grimsteel's not activated yet, but he is going to once I get Nautica going. I'm going to use Damon first. That way I can use Nautica after to increase the mana for both Damon and Grimsteel. Do want to get rid of Nautica if we can also. So here I'm using Nautica first, and then Grimsteel, and then Lord Loki. That way, Lord Loki, when he deals the damage, will get the benefit of Grimsteel's attack growth up. And turn everybody into paintings here. Now, I'm holding off on using Lodius' special right now, and I'm going to learn something in a moment, which I'm going to show you guys, because I didn't really care if the special went off for Nautica because of the painting, but his passive still went off, as you saw, which I didn't know was going to happen. I probably would have used Lodius on him beforehand, but it is what it is. We're going to use him now and make it so that mana cannot be used for either of those nearby allies. Since we got a nice little cascade, and Damon is reactivated. I just want to get rid of Bernadette. I don't want to mess around with any luck that happens as we do get rid of Bernadette. And we got our 3 blue specials activated again. Looking good, looking good. I'm holding off on using Lord Loki so that one of these paintings go off so that I can copy a better special. Copying it on Lemonwood is really not going to do any good at this point because he doesn't have more than 50% mana, so it's only going to go off against him. Now we're in better shape. I'm actually going to copy Armand's special. That way I get that Mega Minion on Lord Loki to put people to sleep at the end of each turn, or at least one enemy. This battle is looking pretty close to over. Alright, we are pretty much done with Armand being down, and now Lemonwood is dead. Alright, we are 2 for 2 in this Cloverfield War. Moving on to match number 3, I've got 3 yellows and 2 greens here. So this battle, I'm going to get a nice board to start, but honestly, the way that I started, I really wanted to try to set up a cascade. So I'm actually going to use the purples on the side to get the greens to go up, and then I want a yellow, and I actually got 2 yellows on that bottom, and then another cascade. So I got very lucky with that next cascade, but that move that I made at the very beginning, I could have just matched the 3 greens, but trying to set up that potential cascade definitely set the tone for this battle. Getting those yellows early on, I only need 1 more tile to get Thura and Shimmer Scale activated. I need 2 for Cleopatra. So here, I'm going to take a chance and match the 3 yellows on Mina. It doesn't look like there's a potential for a cascade, which there's not going to, which is very nice. So that he doesn't go off. But I also didn't want to put the 3 yellows on Mad Hammer because I didn't want to deal with her Mega Minion this early. Alright, this is looking good so far, and we're going to get lucky with Shimmer Scale. He's going to go off twice. And at this point, you all know the game here. We're just ghosting tiles on the left to get our specials activated to kill the last 2 enemies. We do not want to match tiles on the right-hand side to increase the mana of those enemies, especially with this being Cloverfield War. We do not want to mess around at all with getting unlucky. And obviously, I've got the Mega Minion from Shimmer Scale also that's going off at the end of every turn. So this battle is done. But I really, really feel like that was set up from the start on that very first match that I made. All right, so we are 3 for 3 right now, and now I'm going 3 blues and 2 purples. We are going up against another Grimsteel team, and this team here, I've got Acid Fire to decrease the attack and defense if Grimsteel is able to get going. But I still want to get rid of Grimsteel and the 2 flanks. Those 3 heroes are the ones I'm more concerned about, especially Scoria, where he can decrease my attack, which I do not want. I'm not too much concerned about the 2 yellows on the end. So Magni and Perseus will activate in 7 tiles. I only need 3 more blues, so I'm going to get them going. Prophet is also fast speed, but he doesn't have the mana increase to get to 15% to get activated in 7 tiles, unfortunately. As we do get lucky with Perseus, his special going off twice. And again, I really want to try to get rid of Grimsteel if we can. Not with that hit, but we only need one more purple to get Acid Fire and Diachan going. And one more blue for Poffit. So we're going to activate that on the left. And I'm going to use Diachan first, obviously, and then Acid Fire after, because I think Poffit might kill Grimsteel, which I don't want to happen, because I want to hit Humbert and Scoria. So I'm actually going to use Acid Fire first. His damage is a little bit weaker than Poffit's. Perfect. So he basically almost killed Grimsteel, which is what I wanted to happen. And then Poffit went and finished him off. If I hit Poffit first, then I wouldn't have been able to hit Humbert and Scoria with Acid Fire. So I got what I wanted there. Now we're just going to get rid of Scoria here. So I want to get rid of Humbert, obviously, because he's healing his team, although he's not really hitting for much damage because of the Wither that I've been using on him from Acid Fire. Which we're about to hit again with. And Perseus is dead. As we get some extra minions from Diachan. Yeah, you can see the damage that Humbert's doing right now, even with the lucky 2-time special. Because of Acid Fire's Wither that he's been putting on him, it's just getting lower and lower, the damage he's getting. So that means the healing is happening much less. Very nice cascade with those 5 blues in the middle. Hoping that's enough to get rid of Humbert over here between Poffit and Magni. Probably not going to happen, though. That's all right. We've got quite a few purples and blues. I'm just ghosting tiles, though, to make it so Humbert special does not go off again. And we're just going to get rid of Humbert. Like I said, I need to get this healing stopped by them so that I can get this match over with. Don't want to deal with the timer coming up soon. And now that we got Humbert out of the way, this battle's pretty much over. I just need to get purples and blues, try to ghost as much as possible. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if I do ghost because they're not going to be able to heal themselves at this point. Obviously, the stone skin from the yellow on the right, blanking on their name. Pretty awesome hero, though. I do wish I had them. Using Acid Fire first to wither away some of that defense and attack, and then Poffit is going to go off twice. And Magni with the finishing hit. We are 4 for 4. All right, this next battle, we are going up against a Costume Daishan tank with 2 yellows and 3 reds. I've got 2 of my most powerful reds with Pepper Flame and Costume Gestalt, both double limit broken. Neither Leonidas or Guardian Elephant are limit broken. Actually, Blossom is not either, so there is that. Pepper Flame should be able to increase the attack of Leo and Gestalt for this battle, which would be really good. And Guardian Elephant will decrease the attack and defense of, I think it's like 9 hits that they do when their special goes off, although they are slow speed. A lot of you probably just got Blossom from the Soul Exchange over the last few days, so you'll get to see her in action in this battle. And at the beginning of this battle, I'm really trying to get rid of Costume Daishan. We got some nice hits on her between Pepper Flame and Gestalt. Trying to avoid Dai-Chan's special going off, but obviously it did not work with the Cascade that we just got. And of course, she's going to go off twice to get more minions. Very nice with Leo going off twice against Dai-Chan. Gonna match these 3 reds on the bottom, and then the reds up top, although I do have some yellows now. And Dai-Chan goes off twice again. I swear her rate of going off twice is way higher than everybody else's. As Blossom goes off twice, although it's not really going to help at all because the passive with the Repair Core doesn't go off a second time because it's at 0%, unfortunately. But it is what it is there, as we do get Guardian Elephant off. And I actually make a mistake at this point. I shouldn't have matched those 3 reds because Lemonwood was already activated. I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately, so Lemonwood's going to go off and have a higher percentage of reducing the mana of multiple heroes of mine, although I think we do get lucky, yeah. So he's going to hit Blossom, which was below 50% mana. So at this point right now, I'm changing my strategy. I'm going after the wings now, which is normally what I do against Costume Dai-Chan. I just felt like I had a really good setup with the heroes that I brought that I could have taken her out. And if she didn't summon those minions multiple times, then I probably would have been able to get her out of the way quicker. But like I said, at this point, we're going to change our strategy and go after the wings between Furman Richard and Lemonwood first. They do all have dodge right now from Sha Wu Jing's special that just went off. That lasts for 6 turns when Sha Wu Jing goes off, so still got a couple turns left. I do not want to waste Pepper Flame and Gestalt's special, so I am going to hold off for a couple turns until that's off. And with Dai-Chan and the 2 flanks both having 3 minions already and at max health, it honestly doesn't even matter if I just dump tiles against Dai-Chan, which is what I'm going to do. Which is what I'm going to do until that dodge is gone, which now it is. So now we're going to go after Lemonwood, which is the bigger threat. I'm going to hit with Pepper Flame first, as we get lucky with Pepper Flame going off twice and killing Lemonwood. Very nice. With Gestalt, I can't control who his magnet cubes go up against, but we do kill Furman Richard, and he goes off twice. Awesome. Killed all of the minions, and Dai-Chan is just about dead. All right. Definitely a really, really nice turn of events with those last couple specials with Pepper Flame and Gestalt. That changed the game for sure. So at this point, I'm trying to avoid Sha Wu Jing going off because I don't want them healing and getting that dodge. He was going to go off anyway, which is why I just mashed some tiles against him. Alright, we got the 5-minute mark. We should have plenty of time, though. Again, they both got the dodge right now, so I'm going to hold off on using specials. As Damon kills Blossom. I shouldn't need any healing anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that, with it just being the 2 heroes. That 6-turn dodge that Sha Wu Jing gives is pretty insane. It feels like a lifetime. As Damon goes off twice. And we've got the dodge gone, so we're going to release a Guardian Elephant, who also goes off twice. Sha Wu Jing is dead. Damon is revived with his fighter talent. So this battle's pretty much over until Damon eventually does not revive. going to revive like 4 times. Awesome. And again. All right, that battle is over. All right, our last battle, we are bringing one of my favorite teams with the 3 greens. I did mix it up with the 2 purples. I wanted to get a sniper, and Domitia was really the only one I had left. And I've got the costume Obacon. He does have the ×3 costume bonus, but I like this version of his costume better with the counterattack for 3. And with this team, getting Smart Tongue and Leaf Whisk to go off at the same time makes it so that their attack goes down and my defense goes up, which makes it very, very difficult for them to do damage, especially if one of them goes off twice in this Cloverfield war. As we get Smart Tongue, and Smart Tongue does go off twice. So she's going to reduce their attack by 350. So now it's down by 700 with that. As Leaf Whisk also goes off twice. All right, so it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do damage. There is the hero on the right, I forget their name, that gives insanity to my allies if they go off, so they are pretty much going to be a priority along with Nautica, obviously, to avoid the healing. So I'm using Obacon on that right flank because of the wing that gives insanity and Nautica, obviously, so that I can try to get rid of them if we can. And definitely going to use Domitia on that wing on the right since they are about to go off with their special. Even Toon Kagan really isn't doing a ton of damage to me because of Smart Tongue and Leaf Whisk's effect. Alright, Domitia, let's get rid of that wing. Very nice, got hit twice. Alright, don't have to deal with the insanity now. We should be able to kill Nautica with these 3 greens here. So that's going to make this battle go much quicker. At this point, because of the defense up that I have from Leaf Whisk and the attack down that they have, I'm just tile dumping. Even Sartana with the snipe is not even doing much damage at all, obviously, as you just saw. Alright, we got Sarnia out of the way. Kagan is almost done as well. Toon Kagan is done for. And between the Mega Minion of Leaf Whisk and just tile dumping, which is what I'm about to do right now against Sartana, she should be done in a moment. But that is going to do it for today's video, everybody. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel so you can see my future videos. And I'll catch you guys next time.